Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. If you've been following the trend in Nigeria, you will notice that Southeast, which before now used to be the most peaceful region in Nigeria, seemed to be the most tense region. And among all the 5 southeastern states, the one that seemed to be happening every single day, there's no day that passes by without one event taking place that is heartbreaking or the other. It's definitely Imo State, and the Imo youth have decided to rise up to the occasion. But before we go into the news proper to find out what it is, the Imo in particular, the Imo youth have decided to do. A young man have decided to go take this, a step further, gathering the youth to do this immediately. Before we go to the newspaper to find out what it is he's got to say and what he's telling the youth to do immediately, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. All right, but for the purpose of clarity, I will say this in English because he said that he disseminated information in Igbo, so I'm going to say it out in English. While the presumed leader of the Occupy Imo State protest, Chinonso, has said a few things about the protest. There's going to be a protest in Imo State over what is going on in Imo State right now. According to him, he says he and the organizers of the protest will send letters to DSS, he will send letters to Imo State government, and he also send letters to Imo State police to inform them about the protest. I don't know if hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, will permit that. So this is a personal opinion because I know they usually don't like issue of protest. It's as if it's against the law, but it's not. Let's continue with the news anyway. In the same country, before a protest is carried out, important authorities get informed. So Chinonso and the organizers are right about informing the aforementioned authorities. Chinonso says that foreign media such as BBC and CNN will be there to capture all the moments to prevent what happened in Lekki, that's NSAS, from reoccurring. He also said that Amnesty International USA in Nigeria, the UK and the USA government are involved in the protest. So it's actually a big thing. All right, it's a huge phenomenon. Let's continue. He sent warnings to the members of Imo State government that if anything happens to any of the protesters, they would answer questions from the UK, that's United Kingdom. They will answer questions from the United States of American government. And Chinonso also thanked Imo indigenous who live abroad for their immense support over the forthcoming protest. The protest kicks off next week. That's the time. Next week. The reasons for the protest are illegal arrest, indiscriminate harassment, human rights abuses on Imo State's youth by the Nigerian military men. And for purpose of clarity, I'm going to show you a video of those who are living in Imo State now. Some of them had to take a little clip of how when you're moving into the borders of Imo State, brother, you must raise your hands up, because it looks as if the place is so tense that those guys too, you wouldn't blame them actually, because if they stay anyhow, these guys, the UGM seem to be taking them unawares. So you will understand and bear with them when they tell you to raise your hands up. They don't want to be taken unaware. So whoever you are, if you're on a bike, if you're walking, even if you're in the back, you will be advised to step down out of your bike, raise your hands up to be sure you're not carrying anything incriminating before they allow you to pass. Now, you have heard what Chinonso said. Chinonso said there's going to be a huge protest, and some hours ago also somewhere in United States, in New York actually, IPOB Biafra agitators had actually occupy the front of the offices of United Kingdom, United Nations, telling them what is going on in Nigeria and what is going on not just in Nigeria but in Southeast, and they're saying that if nothing is being done, that their tribe may be in extinction. But well, let's look at it in a more holistic manner. These ones are being very more they're in the situation, they're in Imo State, and they're saying indigenous of you, the youth of Imo State, you can't keep quiet, you can't keep watching while things are happening, because we need to protest. But I know one thing, thank God he had decided to go through the legal process, through the proper process of writing to inform. But the question is, Would it be allowed? Don't forget, already there's too much tension in the land. I don't know if they will permit protest. They may say not this time, because any form of protest, what if it's hijacked? So that's where that's where the blessings come in now. Because if they can peacefully come out for protest, then let it be that the security personnel, the security officials will be the one to protect the protesters. But the question is, would it be permitted? Because there seems to be, ducks to dawn in the night. If we move. Things in fact generally happen, but before we go into full analysis of what this whole thing entails, a lot of Nigerians have reacted to the protest in what is going on right now in Imo State, which is already very, very tense. So I'm looking at the chief security officer, that's Hope Uzodinma, agreeing to this peaceful protest as at this time that things happen at any given time. I don't know if he's going to permit it, but at least the Imo youth are making an attempt to see how they can bring peace again to the land. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one here says, I'm taking this uncensored. This one here says, why are you guys not protesting against the killings of police officers and the military men, including other uniformed men in Southeast, Mr. Protester? Does it mean that they don't have right to be protected? This one here says, but police have started protesting and taking revenge at a time by bringing down and arresting innocent citizens instead of unknown gunmen. That's UGM. This one here is saying that I bet you many will die with the situation on ground if they go for the protest. That's actually my fear. I don't know if the governor will permit any protest as at now. Tensions are rising, angers are flaring up, and any form of protest now, anybody can hijack it. Don't forget that even the police officers are also soft targets in this case. So if they are trying to protect the protesters, they may also be opening up themselves as easy targets. And if they're going to go, don't forget that the same Imo State, I think some of them now, they've told them not to go, they should go on muftis. So when they get to their offices, they can wear their uniform. So imagine you protecting protesters on mufti. Who will know who is what? But there's this beauty of them wearing uniform. And if they're wearing uniform, they become easy and soft targets for these UGM guys. So it's a dicey one, really. If I was to be in the position of the governor, peaceful protest that can easily be hijacked. Personal opinion, though. I'm not in this position. I don't even know how it's going to take it. Except now the police that should have done a good job or done their job can't even do it because they themselves are soft target. So it's a very dicey situation. This one here is saying, so you don't know the right time to stage a protest, right? When security forces are fighting terrorism in the zone, you want to come out with the name of protest? Okay, try and dodge stray bullet because the UGM, okay, say UGM are on rampage already. See what I mean? People are already saying the same thing we're saying, that this is probably not the best time for any peaceful protest. You should have done that earlier before it gets to this maximum level. Instead of protest, personal opinion now, I would say why not pay a courtesy visit to the governor? All right, have a stakeholders meeting. All right, meet with the stakeholders, have a roundtable discussion, find a way of reaching out both to the government and the youth. And let's meet on a particular and just meet, at a center table where there will be a compromise from both parties and let there be peace. Let peace reign. Peaceful protest now may end up being hijacked. Personal opinion. Let's meet in that comment section.